Hola, muy buenas tardes, buenos días, desde donde quiera que se estén conectando. Buenos días. Hoy estamos
Buenos
acá en
días.
New York, New York. Algunos de nosotros, otros están de República Dominicana, playa, otros están de recalificación de sus rangos, pero todos estamos, que es lo más importante. Llamen a su gente. Hoy tenemos dos invitados súper especiales. Me encanta, Alberto. Me siento ahí caminando por la Quinta Avenida con toda la gente de Inmunotech. ¿Te imaginas cómo va a ser eso? No, pero pónmela para poderme inspirar. Me encantó, me encantó. Mira, tenemos alguna gente vestida de playa. Quiere decir que entre República y Dominicana, acá.
So here we are. We have people that are dressing up with a beach attire. So please open your camera so that we can see you. And it's important to know that Power Week is not over. So Power Week continues with a powerful close of the month, and it's going to be a closing of the year incredible. And we would like to remind everyone and we see Miguel side with his shirt as well. And good afternoon, Miguel, how are you doing? So we have you here today to do the closing of the Power Week. And, we have, Emmanuel, we have an event in August as well in California. So we'd like to see your people there in California as well. It doesn't matter where they live, so that they can all be with us. And Miguel, known as the father of the Power Week, and as a result, the Power Week has transcended to be a global event. And for everyone in California, and with Miguel's leadership has, been the leader on Power Week. And so go ahead, Miguel, take over, take it away. So family, good morning. How are you doing? To start, please open your cameras because we all have to see it. And we want to do this. How about if you extend your arms? I want to see you extending your arms. So this is the first stretch you do today. So open your hands like this, open your hands. And the first hug is for you. Let's do it. And not just do it like that. Just do it again, once again. And this is a big hug for yourself, a big hug for yourself, because you deserve it. You are a champion. You are a warrior. You are the best. You are the best asset that the company has, is you. And we are united in one force. Sarah reminded me when we did the first Zooms, and so when we did finish the pandemic, and I just want to know if Alberto, so I'm gonna play an audio, so I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm going to give you a demonstration of what we used to do back then. And I'm going to introduce Sarah so that we can do something together. So imagine that we are starting the Zoom, and starts this way. Ladies and gentlemen, with you, Sarah Capó. Everyone, But where is everyone? Miguel, how are you, Miguel? Good morning. And this is how we used to start the Power Week 2 years ago, how we call it the Recruit-a-thon. And I remember that those were spectacular moments that we used to live. And we're giving a lot of work to Alberto because he's translating. So thank you for being here all together. And let me tell you, I want to introduce someone very special today. And he's a platinum, he's a friend. And I want to tell you that in one of the trips, we saw each other. And this is an experience that we had together because we're a family. One day, I spent time on a Sunday with Emmanuel and went to church. And we went to church here in Anaheim with my pastor. And we spent that time together. And that was a great experience with me and my wife. And I want to introduce this great person, a great father, a person with a high ethical value and a professionalism, and it's Emmanuel Gonzalez. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here. And since, every time I hear about Miguel Sai and your wife, I remember that River Church. I remember that time we went to church together. And that's something very beautiful here at Immunotech. When you are getting closer to people and you get to know them, it's wonderful. So thank you, Sarah, for the invitation, Alberto, for the invitation. It's an honor to be here with you. And welcome to everyone who's happy that we're closing this, incentive trip. Just one more month to go and whatever we have left in the month of July. And Miguel, we just want to talk from our hearts, what we are seeing, what we are living, to share with you what's important to us, because you told me, you sent me a text and about, that this is not a business only. How can I say? This is a legacy. This is something that I'm a testimonial of that. This goes beyond business. So it is a very fun business in all aspects. And Miguel, and we are in family, and we just want to have do this interactive. We don't want to do this like a training, or we just want to show you the human side of the business, the spiritual side, and to go to the point, to have faith in our project, to have faith in our product, helps you to have success. It could be a great motivation, but the dedication and the work, the hard work, is fundamental for the growth of your goals at Immunotech. Question for you, Emmanuel. How your faith and belief has helped you build your Immunotech business? Well, let me tell you, this is something that we're always wanting to show to people and to show them how powerful it is. Because talking about faith, of course, I believe in faith, but I base my thoughts in what I'm seeing. And vision needs to have faith, in any project, like Disney World, right? Disney Envision had faith in this project and made it happen. Same with Dr. Bunos and Dr. Conchaven. They were visionaries here with Immunotech. So to bring a vision into fruition, you have to have faith. Faith is the belief of something that you can't see yet. So when you have certainty, with the real certainty of what you believe, but convinced, and this is what we're talking about. When you are convinced that something is going to happen, then you're going to work like it's going to happen. California, Mexico, and no matter where you are at, If you say it's going to rain today, all you have to do is, open your umbrella and get ready for the rain. And the work here is the same. Faith and our business is not separate. You have to combine them so that you can start believing. And you're not seeing the results yet. You are planting, because at the beginning you are battling because you want to see results right away. But what I say is that you could be planting the seeds with someone at the beginning, but when you open up and leave God to do that, to help you with that, it's going to happen. And the big problem is that we plant seeds on someone and expect that person to grow fast, but you have to open up your vision to understand the game and the rules of the game here at Immunotech. Emmanuel, you made me think when you mentioned the rain, and there's an example that I've heard is that, when in a little town, there was a lot of drought and hunger, and someone said, tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to start raining. And everybody in town got together at 6 o'clock in the morning, and just one girl arrived with the umbrella and boots. The rest of the town just showed up to see what happened. Just one girl had brought an umbrella and the boots. So she had faith that it was going to rain. Let me tell you, Miguel, everyone that is here, it doesn't matter where you're going, Punta Cana or New York. What is faith? Is to start buying clothes for the trip and just, believe it's going to happen for you. And I'm glad you made that comment. If you are dying, if you are moving because of the number of credits you have accomplished so far, you may not want to get out of house. But if you have faith, go and buy your swimsuit, do diet. If you know that you're missing a certain amount of points, start working with faith and start working, because not only the buying part of it is going to help you, but also having faith that it's going to happen, then you will accomplish it. The other day, I sat down with someone and this person said, I have so much information in my head and I don't know how to start. And I told him, you know what? Never mind. Just do it. Just make things happen. Don't stop thinking about it. Just do more appointments. The more appointments you do, the more phone calls you're going to make, and the more people you're going to close, the bigger business you're going to build, and then you're going to accomplish your goal. Oh, Miguel, I don't know how to do it because I'm confused. But you know what? Forget about it. That's called because you're scared. If you're scared, don't think about it. Just start making things happen. Emmanuel, Power Week, what we used to call Recruitathon. That's what we used to do, to not be afraid. We just wanted to get out there without being afraid, to do cold calling, not being afraid of giving information. And that already, it's over. So that's what helped us to start working what we call now Power Week. It's just not to be afraid anymore. And let me tell you, because we talk from our heart, right? And let me tell you a little bit about God's word. When the people from Israel left Egypt, the Israel people spent 40 years because they didn't want to be obedient. And like Israel, sometimes we live from a place, but we don't get rid of Egypt from our heart. We don't get rid of the pandemic from our heart. So instead of feeling and feeling privileges that we are the generation that is still alive after the pandemic, this is a privilege. God gave you the opportunity to keep going and do more great things in your life. So, so just get rid of being afraid and just and get out there to work. There are many books and audios out there, but you have to start walking with faith and confidence that you have a bigger purpose to be successful, and Immunotech has the platform for you to be successful. I love this topic, because it's not only, and let me tell you, we will need this life and the next to see all these Zooms and trainings that we have done since 2020. We have to be more proactive and create an action plan and say, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to use this strategy. I'm going to ask my gold, my diamond, my executive diamond, so that we can all put a plan together and take action. I believe, and just don't stop and to create a plan that is going to take you a week to do. Just talk to offline consultant, and they tell you what to do, and I'm putting it easy for you. If you are a venture and say, I want to become a silver by the end of the July, I can tell you, if you want to become gold right now, I can tell you how to become gold by the end of the month. Of course, you have to have a lot of faith and work ethic. The more presentations you do, more people you're going to close. As simple as that. Oh, hey, Emmanuel, people are not answering my calls. Well, just go there personally and talk to them. So, I schedule your time in your calendar and make things happen in that time. And, I made gold in my first month. If you had presented Immunotech to me 13 years ago, I would have told you that I needed a business opportunity, and I was going to ask you that I needed to make money. So make it simple. And that's the mother of every result. And we have to be clear in order to advance. Excellent. Faith, believe, together, and focus on a strategy, a specific strategy. That's the key. And let me tell you, Emmanuel, what's happening in California. In our organization, we have a fast track. And, we are helping people to go to silver from the get-go and even to gold. And that's powerful because that way people have a map. And talking about vision again, this is a fundamental topic. When you, as a new person, had your first training, they talk to you about your why. And this is important, and people may not pay much attention to that, but that's so important. And when you have vision, a clear vision, then you get the emotions. Then you wake up with emotion. You present with emotion because you are focusing on what you want. Show me someone who's not excited, and I show you someone who doesn't have a vision. If you find a person that complains a lot, that's a person that doesn't have a vision. It's like when you fell in love with your wife. When you fell in love with Caro, when you saw her for the first time, you got excited, and I'm sure, I promise you, because it has happened to all of you. You didn't stop talking to her by the phone. You hadn't, stopped talking to her. And the reality, imagine what happened. In business, is the same. The vision brings emotion, and emotion brings results, and brings work and results. And also, I'm a testimonial that when we started those years ago, we didn't have a strategy because everything was so different. We didn't have what we have today, but I was excited. I had passion, and I knew my life was going to change. And let me tell you something else, Manuel. When you started, and even when I started, we only had 2,000 point packs, for example. Today we have 5,000 point packs, and you can invest more money, get more product for yourself, because this is fundamental, faith and belief in the supplements in our products. Because if we don't have faith in our products, what are we doing? You have to take it. If someone is here and you're not taking the product, you are creating suicide in your business. Something that my mother used to say, when people told her that they didn't have money to buy it, she said, that's why you're not growing, because you're not believing in your product. My wife, when she was pregnant, she took Immunocal from the get-go. My daughters also are taking Immunocal right now, because we believe in what it is, and we are convinced that we have the best product with Immunocal, and every product that we have is with the best quality. Great. Emmanuel, just to finish, we are a few days to close the month, and a lot of people closing their incentive trip. So I'm going to focus on the closing of the month. People say, I have faith that I'm going to close the month. No. You also have to put action into it. You have to go out and work. People are not going to call you. You take the phone and call them up. One of the best trainings that I have received was with my mother and Rosafelia, who's my mother-in-law. And she told us how you can do this in a real way. You have to knock on the door. Faith means, and I love this audio from Carlos Parra, because they talk about the miracle zone, and it's all about faith. The miracle zone is right now. The miracle zone is every day and every hour. But the last days of the month, then you want to do things, right? That's when you really want to make it happen. You are obligated to do it. So these last days of the month, if you are focusing on a low result, that's wrong. Don't focus on the low result, because if you're lowering your goals, that's not going to be enough. And that's when you have to find your strength and do more, and then believe in yourself and say, I'm going to do something I've never done before. So start making those calls, start making those presentations. And this is, good for everyone, men, women, doesn't matter if your house is clean or not. Those last days of the month is when faith will help you. What good faith has for you if you're just sitting there waiting for things to happen? What you have to do is to work hard until the last minute, knock on doors, make phone calls, and I'm going to and Alberto and Sarah, may tell you, stop, don't place more orders. And you can say, no, I need to place another order. So having faith is to believe that the door is not going to close. So when is the door going to close? When it's closed. But until the door is open, you have to continue to talk to Alberto and Sarah to push them to allow you to place more orders, because they will be happy to see you accomplishing your goal. So that's faith. That's the faith with work. You have to believe it and walk on it. Don't ask God to open up opportunities if you're not able to move your feet. So the first step, you take it yourself. That's where faith starts, with you. So Emmanuel, this is a great energy what we're transmitting right now, and we are almost over. We should do this more often. So family, just type the number 777 if you like this energy that you're looking with Emmanuel, Sarah, and the corporate, and with you, with myself. I want to see that the chat moves. This is not a training. This is more that this is, what we're trying to do is to create relationship with people for this project to be real and human for you. And to close, Emmanuel, something powerful. You just said it. The basis of everything is to understand that we are all human beings. The opportunity that we have, the people that we have, and I said it in a previous Zoom, we cannot forget gratitude. Always remember who invited you, because sometimes, you make mistakes. I raise my hand. I'm a human being and make mistakes. But if I make mistakes, have the heart to understand, to receive, and to say sorry, and to because sometimes we try to complain about people that make mistakes, but you must be grateful. You must edify everyone you work with. So this is a task for you. Send a text message to your sponsor, and don't tell me that your sponsor left. Just find him and send him an audio message. Don't text, an audio message to your sponsor, and open up your heart. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, open your heart, because if you're here today, if you're blessed to be part of us today, is and being blessed to have been over the pandemic, during that time, we still continue to cash our checks, but those checks also grew during that time. So we are blessed to be here. So be grateful. And last, this part of being humble and to know how to recognize when you make mistakes. If we work on those two areas alone and do presentations and everything else, but are strong in those two areas, Immunotech not only will be the number one, but it will be the best, not for the points or growth or leadership, but for the great heart that Juan, Ricardo, Garcia Pelayo, Rosafelia, Ignacio, and all the platinums have in their heart. So truly, this is when you know that this is what people need. This is a network, yes, but this is a network where you market love. People will come running to your organization, and I declare that people are going to run to your organization looking for you, not only looking for our platinums, but looking for you. So Miguel, I believe that to me, the message, the more powerful message, being gratitude and being humble. So Emmanuel, how about if we all do this? Put your hands together and declare a blessing over everyone here. So declare a blessing to everyone here. Dear God, in this hour and moment, I declare a rain of manifestation and for people, and I declare that everyone will be healthy, and I declare that new people are going to come to the organizations of the people that are listening to this, east and north and south, east and west. Bring people where they are most needed. People that need our product, and I know Mauricio is going to listen to this. There will be so many people that are going to come because, and I hope we don't have enough for everyone of the number of people that are going to come. So when the blessing comes in abundance, that it could be a blessing to everyone. So I declare that we are prosperous and blessed, and above all that we enjoy where we are and where we're going, in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Emmanuel. And we told you that this was a Zoom. Sarah, all yours. So thank you. We are at the end of the Power Week. And based on what you're saying, we just want to close and give you a phrase. And the phrase says, the success is not the end. The failure is not fatal. The faith is the courage to keep going. And this is a summary of what you guys were talking about. And to go back to basics. It's not only, it's what we know to do, go out there, contact new prospects, give someone the opportunity to know what we have in our hands. And we hope that you are not afraid anymore, and you are not going to get a yes if you didn't get a no. Something that we also talked about is gratitude. That could be the compass on this business called Immunotech, because when we work with being grateful, we see everything different. And something that I said someone this morning, and it doesn't matter if the result is a yes or no, you have the opportunity to have the knowledge and live this type of atmosphere. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Miguel. And we wish you a spectacular closing of the month. And don't wait and call us.